fight fans all over the world. It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real talk boxing. It is a privilege, an honor, and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again. Shout out to Exclusive News Insider. He's actually the reason for this video. I checked out his video on this same topic, and he brought up some really, really good points. And I want to touch base on that. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch base. I want to pick you guys' brain about this situation, and that is these rumors about Tank Davis and Keith one-time Thurman possibly fighting. There's a lot of talks about it. There's some back and forth. My man Leonard Ellerby, Weird Leonard, Awkward Leonard. Leonard's a weird guy. But he says, hey, man, Tank's not a 147-pounder, and Keith can actually fight. I got respect for him, but I'd make that fight in 2 seconds. Tank would knock him spark out. Now, as we all know, Tank, made his debut in the 140 class, 140 pound weight division, super lightweight division against Barrios, and he wrecked shop. There was a fight that I thought that Barrios would maybe get an upset, and I was so wrong. I was like, couldn't be more wrong. It happens, you know what I'm saying? But he dominated that fight, and he showed that he still has punching power in the 140-pound division. But why go up another division to face someone who is coming off a loss, who had a horrible fight before that against, what's my man's name? I hate when I do that. I almost got knocked out in. What's that dude's name he fought? I don't remember his name. Forgive me. But I thought Keith Thurman was on his way to getting knocked out, man, in that fight. God, comment down below. Let me know that dude's name. I get brain farts sometimes, and it'll probably come to me later on in the video. So if I, out the blue, just scream that guy's name, then it came back to me. But it's just, there's no belt on the line, and it's actually a big risk, to be honest with you. And for Leonard to say that he could make that fight happen in 2 seconds, or he would make that fight happen in 2 seconds, is kind of weird to me. Because why would you take that risk when you have somebody in the 140-pound division who's undisputed, who did it in 18 fights, who's also a southpaw, 5'10", 30 years old? Josh Taylor, this guy right here. Man, look at all them belts. Look at all those shiny belts. Leonard, Tank, Mayweather, look at them. But Leonard says, don't nobody know who this guy is. So, man, it don't make no sense to make that fight with Josh Taylor. Wouldn't make any money. Here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I've come to accept it. I don't trip over it no more because I get it. Sadly, but I get it. I get it. We are living in a day and age where boxing is a totally different sport. The fighters think of boxing totally different from the fighters of old. See, the fighters of old was, I'm the best, and I'll fight the best to prove that. Legacy. You know what I'm saying? And that's a thing of the past. And we all heard Mayweather say we work smarter, not harder. Now, should they make this fight against Keith Thurman? Will it be a catchweight? I don't know. Will it be an easy fight for Tank? Not at all. Do I think Tank could beat Keith Thurman? Yeah, I do. Will it be easy? I don't know. I doubt it. But I think he has a chance at beating Keith Thurman. Now, even though he lost to Manny Pacquiao, he looked decent, besides that knockdown, it was a relatively close fight, and Keith did have some spots later on in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So, fight could go either way, but that's not the fight I want to see. That's not the fight that I want to see made. Doesn't make any sense. Why would you make that fight happen in 2 seconds, Leonard? I mean, you don't make the call anyway. It's gonna be Floyd, and if Floyd's making the call, Tank Davis will stay way away from Josh Taylor. Because let me tell y'all something about Josh Taylor. He became undisputed in 18 fights. Josh Taylor is a really slick, savvy boxer. And he throws punches in a certain unison. You understand what I'm saying? When he's a pocket style fighter. He's a counter puncher, and he can fight at distance. But when he gets in close, and what I mean, he throws his punches in a certain rhythm. Like, say, for instance, he's in the southpaw position, right? He's throwing a 1-2. Every fighter basically throws a 1-2 like this. Jab cross. Right? Not Josh. Josh throws his like this. You see that? There's no space in between. You understand what I'm saying? And even on the inside, when he throws his uppercut into the hook. So, like, if you're in the southpaw position and you throw a left uppercut and you connect and you raise that hand, you want to immediately throw a right hook, right? So, normal fighters would throw that two-punch combination like this. You see the pause in between? But not Josh. He's throwing them like this. No space in between his punches. Especially when he's got you hurt and he can pick his shots. And he does something that I love. Does not neglect the body. He does not neglect the body. Now, there's the fight to make. In a perfect world, in a world of old, that's the fight to make, right? But nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to entertain going up another weight class to fight someone who doesn't even hold a belt, who's coming off a loss and almost got knocked out. Lopez! Is that his name? I hope I didn't scream that for no reason. Is it Lopez? I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to look real stupid. But if it's not, I'll post it somewhere up here. Okay, yeah, that's him right there. Anyway, it just don't make sense. Like, why? Okay, I'm going to answer my own question. I was going to ask why fighters aren't fighting the best. Because they don't want to let that go. They don't want to let that go, man, at all. Like, what? I wish fighters had the mindset exactly like David Benavidez. If every fighter had the mindset like David Benavidez, and a handful of other fighters, I can't just say David. Boy, we would have amazing fights. If we had promoters with that same mindset, we would have some amazing fights. We would really have nothing to complain about. Well, some of us are going to complain either way it goes. But we wouldn't have that much to complain about. We really wouldn't. But we're living in a different day and time. But, what are your thoughts on all this talk about Keith versus Tank Davis? Because it makes no sense to me. My personal opinion, it doesn't. Why not go for undisputed? Why not fight Josh Taylor? I know why. Floyd knows why. And Leonard knows why. Nobody knows Josh Taylor. I mean, he's not well known over here in the States, but he's undisputed 140-pound champion. That means all the belts. Just in case you didn't see it, look, there he is again. Look at all them belts, Tank. Floyd, look at all them belts. Look, Leonard. Weird Leonard, look. I'm just saying. Comment down below, let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all. Fear none. God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing. We up. We out here, baby.